I got 5 full-grown peach trees for free, and here's how I did it. Here's part 2 of the peach tree series, and after we dug them all out from this lady's yard, we had to take them back home and plant them in our yard. Nobody talks about how fucking heavy these things are. God damn it. And after a long day of digging them up in the first place and then coming home and having to move them, we were just two sleepy gals. Like, we were so tired. I mentioned in the last video that we worked till about 8 p.m. in that lady's yard, and then we had to go home. And we wanted to get the really big tree in the ground first because we were scared that that one was going to go in the shop. Mainly because there were so many roots that we probably cut. So we dug a hole in the middle of the night, and then we went out to the swamp to get some really healthy soil to put in the hole. Swamp soil is super healthy because there's a lot of like muck. Also, last year we used to dump our chicken shit out here, so like it's kind of like fertilizer in a weird way. One thing I did here, though, is that, like, we don't want to put fresh chicken poop in the soil because it's actually not that healthy. It has to sit for a while. We also had some extra bags of topsoil, so I went and dumped some of that in this hole as well. Also, I was so nasty after this. Covered head to toe in mud. Oh, my God. But it was fun. Next morning, I grabbed my coffee and we got back to work. I was limited on time this morning because I had therapy to get to, but I wanted to get as much done as we possibly could. Our construction manager came over and told us we were doing a shit job and that we needed to keep working, so I got back to work. I removed the sod first because it's just so much easier to dig a hole once the grass roots are removed. My grass is like literally the worst. And then I got digging. This was surprisingly easy, especially since I didn't have to worry about missing roots and not like chopping things up. I was just digging willy-nilly. I kept finding rocks too and like a bunch of weird like little trinkets in the ground. I'm pretty sure the original owner of this property was like a farmer or something because there's always like weird shit in the ground, like bolts and bottles and all kinds of things. I also kept finding rocks and I kept adding it to my rock wall garden. I also found this weird thing. What the hell is this? He's a big boy.
You'll hear him out in the leaves in the woods, like when I go out hunting. I hear him like under the leaves, they rustle slowly. But if you dig up the leaves, that's what's in there. Big fat worms.
This is crazy. I guess I'll put them. I don't know where to put them. So they're actually night crawlers, which is a creepy name. But I decided to hang out with him while I drank my coffee and talk about next plans. And then I put him back underneath this big tree. Hope he has a good life though. There was a little tree growing through the fence, so I decided to try to help him, but it was so bendy that it wouldn't freaking work. So he went with a sawzall and cut it all loose. I cannot remember what kind of tree he told me it was, but apparently they used to make bow and arrows out of it. I don't know. I did this all by myself. I could bury a body, I think. Whoa, wow, look at me, wow. I did all that. Also hit me up if you need a body buried. JK, FBI agent, I would never do that. And then I dug the hole too deep, so then we had to put more soil in there so the tree would fit. I'm a working man. Look at me. So strong. I'm so excited about these peach trees, and hopefully by next year we'll have a ton of fruit. We're going to keep treating the soil so to give them the best chance at survival. And yay, look at them. They look so pretty lining our driveway. I'm so excited. I have another surprise video coming out where we finish the rest of our garden.